What's up, guys? This is Shane, and I want to welcome you to the first ever series on the channel. This is going to be a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Blue version. Pokemon Blue is something that I first played when I was like 5 years old, and I'm 27 now, so it's something I've played over 2 decades ago for the first time. And I wanted to use this as my entry, my first foray into YouTube. So without further ado, let's get into it. Just a little hiccup there with the Xbox controller that I'm using to play. It was not working, so let's go ahead and do a new game. What's up, Professor Oak? Hello there. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Professor. Excuse me, Prof. This world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. For some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Michael Vick has entered the chat. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. First, what is your name? I'm going to go ahead and name this character after myself, Shane. And I don't think as a kid I knew that you could do lowercase letters, so I think everything I did was capitalized. But we're going to go ahead and go with a lowercase approach here. And yes, it's not a typo, there's a Y in my name. Couldn't tell you why. You'll have to ask my folks. Right, so your name is Shane. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. Isn't that kind of weird to have like a rival as a kid? I don't think when I was a baby I had anybody that considered my rival. What is his name again? I'll always love that. Always love that. How are you gonna forget your own grandson's name? It might be time to check Oak into a facility, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna go ahead and name my rival after my best friend Jordan. Jordan, if you're watching this, bring it on, man. Jordan's not big on Pokemon as far as I know, but we'll go ahead and name it after him anyway, since he's been my best friend for a long time. So that's right, I remember now. His name is Jordan. Good job, Oak. Shane, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go. Man, this brings me back. Shane is playing the SNES. Okay, it's time to go. First things first, you absolutely have to come over to your computer, withdraw your potion. Man, the most recent Pokemon game I've played is actually Shield, and so there's going to be a lot of quality of life improvements in that game that are completely absent in this game. There's going to be a lot of crazy stuff. Right, all boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Professor Oak next door is looking for you. Mom just gobbles up everything she sees on TV. She just believes everything. Even the fake news. Jordan, yo. Shane, Gramps isn't around. That's weird. Mom told me he was here looking for me. I've played this game enough to know that that was going to happen. Hey, wait, don't go out. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your very own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. Now, I mentioned that this is going to be a Nuzlocke. I think I'll probably leave the rules of a Nuzlocke down in the description, but basically it's going to be that if anything faints, it's going to be considered dead. So you won't be able to use it again, and just have to nickname everything you catch, and you're only allowed to catch the first thing that you find on each route. We'll talk more about this after I finish up the dialogue. Gramps, I'm fed up with waiting. Jordan, let me think. Oh, that's right, I told you to come. Just wait. He forgot that he invited his own grandson. Here, Shane. There are 3 Pokemon here. Haha. They are inside the Pokeballs. When I was young, I was a serious Pokemon trainer. In my old age, I have only 3 left, but you can have 1. Choose! Hey, Gramps, what about me? I gotta set the text speed a little bit faster, otherwise I'm gonna keep having these like weird, hey, what about me moments. Be patient, Jordan. You can have one too. Alright, so let's see, we got Charmander. The one that has seen the most pandering. Squirtle, the tiny turtle. And last but not least, we've got Bulbasaur. So this isn't going to be randomized or anything. I figured for my first series I would start it out pretty simple. Just go with the actual game as it was made, as it was intended. And I think, you know, for my starter Pokemon, I'm going to have to go with, cue the Jeopardy music, I think I'm going to go with Charmander. Doesn't stack up very well against the first couple gym leaders, I know that. But there's really not that many fire-type Pokemon in the game, so I think it's going to be important to get one of those early. There's a ton of water-type Pokemon. I think water-type Pokemon are obviously one of the most highly concentrated types in the game, and then for grass, there's pretty decent selection. You know, you've got Oddish, the Oddish line, Bellsprout line, stuff like that, so Tangela, that's late in the game. I don't know, there's not a ton of like grass Pokemon either, but we're going to go ahead and go with Charmander. Do I want to give a nickname to Charmander? Yes, I do, because I said that was one of the rules, and it would be silly to break a rule right out of the gate. So, let's see, what should we call this thing? This is going to be the difficult part for me, is coming up with nicknames. You know, since there's not genders in this one, I'm going to just assume that this one's a female, and I'm going to call it Sally, because it's a Sallymander. I know it's a lizard, but, you know, it goes Charmander, which is a Sallymander, to Charmeleon, which is a chameleon, I guess, and then Charizard, which is just lizard, so Sally it is. And then Jordan over here, we already know what he's going to pick. I'll take this one then. Jordan received Squirtle. He knows his type advantages. Oh yeah, I gotta try to leave before he challenges me. Jordan, wait Shane! Let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. I also need to remember not to read their names when it's telling me who's saying what. I always read it in my head, and then I've started to read it out loud, and that's gonna be a problem. Jordan sent out Squirtle. Go Sally. Oh, one of the rules of the Nuzlocke is that it's not going to start until we've... Oh, crit right out of the gate. That's a good sign. So, you know, the Nuzlocke's not going to start until we have Pokeballs and we can actually catch things on our own. So, if he knocks me out here, I'm not going to start the game over. That would be kind of silly. But, you know, as we're making our way through the first route to to Viridian City, if I run into something and don't catch it, obviously I'm not gonna count that against myself unless I actually have Pokeballs and can catch it. So what are some of the other Nuzlocke rules? One of the ones, you know, I could use the potion, but I'm just gonna risk it. Risked it for the biscuit, and I got the biscuit. That's awesome. You'd love to see it. But one of the rules is like a, you know, duplicate clause where it's like, if I catch a Rattata on the first route and then I run into it on a different route, if I've already caught it, I don't have to catch it again. I don't have to have a whole team of Rattata. That would be really obnoxious. I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Shane, Gramps, smell you later. And he's out of there. Alright, see you guys. Let's see. I know, you know, a lot of the Pokemon games, they like to give you stuff if you talk to people. Study Pokemon is Pokemon. Yep. See authority on Pokemon. Many trainers hold them in high regard. Alright, same thing for me. Let's see if I can change the text speed. There we go. Hopefully that'll make it so I don't have to take a little pause while I'm waiting for the dialogue to load. Yep, heal me up, Mom. Thanks. Take care now. Thanks, Mom. Love you. 10 years old, I'm going to set out on my journey. If I remember correctly, I think she's going to give me Nope, she's out at... Jordan's out at Grandpa's lab. Thought she was going to give me a town map, but that might be later. I think this guy, he's the Pokemart worker. Yep. Please visit us in Viridian City. Let me some free samples. Could go to Costco, Sam's Club, just for the free samples. See, if we actually had Pokeballs, our first encounter would be a Rattata. There you go. Wild Rattata appeared. Just gonna go ahead and knock it out for some experience. Can't hurt. That's a high level Rattata too. So I think the question of the day I would like to make for this video is, what was your first Pokemon adventure? Obviously I already told you that mine was Pokemon Blue when I was 5 years old. So I'm curious to see what generation you, the viewer, got into Pokemon on, whether it was, you know, ground zero at red, blue, or yellow, or if you hopped in more recently on one of the newer generations. Maybe you're a little bit younger and picked up a Pokemon game on the Switch, or maybe a little bit earlier on the DS. But yeah, I've been playing Pokemon since I was 5 years old. I think my neighbors had Pokemon, and that's where I figured out that I was interested in it. I would watch them play. They would sit out on those power boxes between the house, and probably was pretty dangerous to do that. Probably shouldn't have been doing that, but it was the 90s. It was a different time. And we would sit out there and I would watch them play, and I would watch them do all the different tricks to get infinite rare candies and infinite master balls and stuff like that. And I learned early. And I think probably that Christmas is about when I begged my parents for a Game Boy for Christmas, and I got it. I was so excited. It was really funny because I think I have an older sister. I had one. I still have it. But I was the one that was really, really keen on getting a Game Boy, and I got Pokemon Blue and Bomberman, and she got Pokemon Red and Pokemon Yellow, and I was so jealous that she got Pokemon Yellow because that was the one. You can't go through there. This is private property. That was the one where you could get all the starters, and back then it was a big deal because, you know, back in Red and Yellow, or excuse me, Red and Blue, you couldn't get all the starters without trading, and you couldn't breed. So, you know, even if you did have a starter Pokemon, you couldn't get like a copy of it to give to a friend. You got one, and that was it. So I was really jealous that she got the game where you could get, hey, you came all the way from Pallet Town, where you could get all the starters. You know Professor Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? Shane got Oak's parcel. I was a dumb little 5-year-old. I can't tell you how long it took me to figure out what to do in this game. I was really excited to get in and start, you know, fighting the Pokemon, but first of all, I didn't read a lot, so I would come up here, and this guy wouldn't let me through, and that pissed me off. So I think what I did, if I remember correctly, and you have to apologize, excuse me for using the speed up button, I knew from watching my neighbors that you could use cut on these trees. Also, there's a secret potion there. But I knew you could use cut on these trees, and I didn't know how to get cut. So what I did was come over to this grass, and I trained my starter Pokemon up a lot. Like, way further than anyone should ever train their starter Pokemon up at this level in the game. I think I at least got the second stage. I might have been, well, I guess it's first stage. There's, you know, the starter Pokemon itself is the base, and then the evolution is stage 1, and then the final form is stage 2. So I think I got it to stage 1. I might have even gone as far as to get stage 2. That would have taken forever because they would have been getting a Pokemon up to level 32 to 36 with level, you know, 2 to 3 Pokemon to train against. So it would be pretty crazy. Oh, Shane, how's my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What? You have something for me? Shane delivered Oak's parcel. But anyway, the point was, I didn't know that I was supposed to give Oak's parcel, and I might have gone into the mart got in the parcel, had no idea, and just sat there and did a lot of grinding to try and learn cut. And I think I even restarted my game to get a different starter because I thought I chose the wrong starter because mine wasn't learning cut. So, like I said, not a smart 5-year-old. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thank you. Gramps. He's got the sickest music in the game. What did you call me for? Oh, right. I have a request of you two. On the desk there is my invention. Pokédex. Not the Pokédex. Pokédex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Shane and Jordan, take these with you. Shane got Pokédex from Oak to make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old for that. I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. Alright, Gramps, leave it to me. Leave it all to me. Shane, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know. I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Shane. Ha 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 ha. Well, hopefully she's not a terrible person, and she'll lend me one anyway. Hey, Daisy. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Here, this will help you. Shane got a town map. Use the town map to find out where you are. I think this is a town map too, right? Look at that. Route 1, Viridian City. So I think in this episode I'm going to try and get my Route 1 encounter. Maybe Route 2. What's the route next to Viridian City? 22, of course. I get it, because it's towards the Pokemon League, so you gotta get... They're trying to do it and number it in the order that you're supposed to go, but if I've got access to that, it's kind of Route 2-ish, if you know, if you follow. Alright, so let's try and go get some encounters. I'm gonna try and make these 30-minute episodes, roughly. I still don't have Pokeballs, right? No, they didn't give me Pokeballs. This game does not hold your hand like newer versions. I mean, newer versions, it's like, here's the tutorial, here's 50 Pokeballs. The first route is a guaranteed catch. Just spoon-fed the entire way. I'm going to go ahead and use the speed up button to get through some of these. Sorry about the audio, but I'd like to get to the Pokemart and get some Pokeballs. Encounters. Let's go. Sally. Oh, and there's not going to be running shoes in this game either. They didn't even introduce those till, what, Fire Red and Leaf Green, I think? Let's see, let's get... Can't even hit sideways to go up by 10, so we're just going to do this the old-fashioned way. I'll just, I'll get 6, you know, because these early Pokemon, if you haven't caught it in 6 Pokeballs, it's probably not going to happen. Another thing we're going to want is some antidotes, because we're going to go antidotes, because we're going to go into the Viridian Forest, where there's poison-type Pokemon, and we do not, in the Nuzlocke, we do not want to be lacking on our healing items. And look at that, you can't even buy potions. Gen 1, ladies and gentlemen. No, there's nothing else you can do. Alright, Route 1, what's it going to be? First encounter, let's see it. Pidgey, Rattata, Pidgey. That's going to be good. It'll be nice to have a flying type right off the bat. Let's give it a scratch. Hit it with the old 1-2. I hope I don't crit it. I got my first crit out of the way against Jordan. That's about as much as we can do. Yeah, I don't want to lose any encounters because this game is not going to be forgiving. I mean, let's just be honest, Gen 1 was kind of a mess. A lot of the status moves don't work. Pokemon don't get a good moves for their typing. The physical special split doesn't exist yet, or I guess it exists in a form that's much different from what people are used to currently. It's all all the moves of a certain type are either special or physical. Doesn't matter if it's a punch move, if it's fire punch. Since it's fire type, it's going to be special. I don't remember all those off the top of my head, so we'll have to be careful as we go along, making sure we're investing in the right attributes. Do you want to give a nickname to the captured Pidgey? Yes. What are we going to name this? I'm going to call this... I'm going to call it Chester. Because I believe a long time ago, probably before I was even born, I think my mom had a pet bird that was named Chester. If not, I've got a random bird on the team named Chester for no reason. So let's go heal up. I'll try and point this out on the video, but when I was younger, I thought Nurse Joy, I didn't understand her sprite. And I thought, obviously, you know, seeing it now, I can see that those are her arms folded in front of her. But when I was a kid, I thought that was like her lower jaw, and I thought she had this giant gaping mouth, and it was kind of terrifying. I thought it was the worst sprite in the game. And then I grew up and realized how ridiculous that was. So hopefully you can, you know, take a good look at her and see how silly that looks, and maybe that'll make you smile. But let's go over to Route 21. Let's see what we can get over here. I think we can get, let me check my town map. 22. 21 is way over yonder, isn't it? C Route 21. So Route 22, what do we got? Can get like a Mankey. Maybe that's only in red. Nidoran. Maybe a Spearow. Pidgey, Rattata. Nidoran, there you go. It's a cool Pokemon. Poison type. Don't know what moves he learns in this game. It's probably like peck, double kick, nothing that fits its type. I'm so nervous in a Nuzlocke. Like I don't want to crit anything and lose out on the opportunity for a catch. It appeared to be caught, but it wasn't. I think what I'll do is I'll switch into Chester. Got a level on it. I'll hit it with a gust. See if we can't weaken it a little bit more. Use tackle. I don't think it's going to be too strong. Yeah, it's only doing 3 damage, so hit him with that gust. Alright, Chester, calm down. A little bit stronger than I was expecting. Alright, defense fell. Let's hit him with that Pokeball. I'm gonna stay hydrated, folks. Gotta stay refreshed and hydrated with that H2O. Alright, Nidoran. Alright, what are we gonna call this bad boy? It's gonna evolve into Nidorino and then Nidoking. Let's call him Henry. For King Henry. I don't know if Henry was the good king or not. I'm not great on my European history. That was something I did not take in high school. I did American history, but not European. Let's go heal up, and I'm not going to make the mistake of going over up to the, towards the Pokemon League because I don't want to fight Jordan right now. And I know he's waiting up there to ambush me. So I'm going to heal up. I'll go see if I can get my Route 2 encounter. Oh, I guess this guy's going to give us a catching tutorial, isn't he? Bro, we just caught 2 Pokemon. I think we know what we're doing. Out of the way, old man. Oh yeah, he doesn't even force you to watch. Awesome. Excellent. Alright, what do we got here? Route 2, Viridian City to Pewter City. I'm on the road to Viridian City. If anybody else remembers that song, you're one of the real ones. Alright, so we got a Pidgey. Already got a Pidgey. So. Give him the old gladiator thumbs down. Gonna knock it out for the experience. I'm gonna need some levels for fighting Jordan. Because he's already gonna have picked up a few. He's gonna have a couple Pokemon in his back pocket. Oh man, my back. I don't know about you guys, but I'm, like I said, 27 and my back's always killing me. Too young for that, but here we are. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Maybe a Caterpie? Maybe a Spearow? Something? Weedle? About time. About time. Alright, I'll just hit the speed up button. Tap. Yeah, that's... I just froze there for a second. I was like, do I have one of those already? No, I don't have one of those already. Got Chester and Henry. When I was a kid, I didn't realize that stat moves... I didn't understand how they work. So... I remember getting the TM for Swords Dance, and I was like, that move sounds cool. I used it, and it was like, oh, my attack went up. And so I went into my stats, and I was like, oh, my stats went up, and I was like, no, they're exactly the same. So the next opportunity I had, I deleted that move, not realizing how good it is, because it doubles your attack. But, you know, the effect wears off if you switch out or when the battle ends. So that was my... You know, early years. I had no idea how the stat moves worked. Didn't realize how busted they could be. You know, doubling your attacks, no small feat or nothing to sneeze at. So, what are we gonna name you? Rattata. Rattata? That's one of the things I never know how to pronounce this. Rattata? Rattata? Rattata. Let me know how you say it. Give a nickname to Rattata. Yeah. I'm really going to show my ignorance here, but in the cartoon Tom and Jerry, which one's which? One moment, please. Google knows. Tom is the cat. Tomcat. I'm not the smartest, guys. I'm gonna name this one Jerry. It's also my boss's name, so Jerry, if you're watching this, what's up, dude? I highly doubt he's watching this, but if he is, I guess he's not my boss anymore. There's a little bit of a shake-up, a little reorg. You're my boss in my heart, Jerry. Alright, let's heal up. And honestly, we're sitting at, 28 minutes of recording time, roughly. So I'm just going to go ahead and call this episode here. I'll probably do a little bit of grinding off screen so we can take on Jordan and press on through Viridian City. If you guys enjoyed this episode, subscribe. I'm not going to try and be the guy that does the whole like and subscribe and hit the notification bell shtick. So if you enjoyed it, let me know. Come back for another episode. Take it easy, guys.